in an unprecedented move, I am leaving the door open even though it is freezing, because there is a cat that keeps calling outside. So I've opened the door. If it wants to come in, it can come in. Either way, it's very vocal, shall we say. Okay, so hello again and welcome to my readings that I'm going to do. Yeah, so I'm not sure how you've been feeling, but the energy is quite, let's say, potent. Really, I don't know, I can't really put my finger on it. It's just, it's a very potent energy. That's the only word I can use, really. It's kind of bringing up all types of things like nostalgia and empathy. Like when I connect with other people, I'm really picking up on their stuff. I don't know if you experience this as well. And so it came as a reminder to me to ensure that I keep my protection up, and not like to protect me from other people, but just to keep my own energies supported, protected, because very often we can pick up on other people's thoughts, feelings, and mistake them for our own, when actually we can be fine, but we feel like we're not fine because we're feeling the thoughts and feelings of others, that they're kind of spreading without even really knowing that they're doing it. So it's about having compassion not only towards others but also towards ourselves. So with that, I feel like I'm going to do a reading from Oracle of the Fairies and see what message they have for us, and see if they can shed a little light on the situation as we grow towards this full moon, this upcoming full moon. I can certainly feel the energy building, and it is a perfect time to put your purest wishes, thoughts and intentions out as the energy is building, because so too will your wishes, hopes and dreams. So keep your thoughts in check in terms of focusing on what it is that you do wish to manifest rather than what you don't want. Focus on what you do want, and you can apply the law of attraction to it if you like. If you follow that, it does make a lot of sense. So fairies, please share your wisdom with us for the highest good of all. Oh, two. Okay, I'm going to take two because two definitely wanted to come out. Lost and Found and Stargazing, and they look rather good together, don't they? So we'll start with Lost and Found because that's the one that flipped out first. Okay, Lost and Found. Have you lost something? Now, it could be a physical thing that you've lost. It could be a watch or a ring or a necklace or anything at all, an umbrella, whatever. It could also apply to something like a memory that you thought you'd lost, or a dream that you can't quite grasp. You know you had it, you know there was a good feeling with that dream, but you can't actually remember it. You've lost it somewhere in the void. So this fairy, the Lost and Found fairy, comes in to help us recover things that we thought we'd lost, and also things that we know we've lost, and she helps us to find them. So if there is something that you've lost, we can call on the Lost and Found fairy right now and ask her to help us to find anything that we have lost that we need to find again, and that it will appear in an appropriate way at the appropriate time. And then just know that it will come back to you. Now, it could be like she might inspire you with a thought like, you left your ring on the side of the sink when you did your washing up in your friend's house, or something like this. You know, it could just be a methodical kind of practical sequence of thoughts and events that you have to go through to find the thing that you thought you lost. And she can help with this. So yes, she can wave her wand and she can magically make things appear, like something you thought was lost. You looked under that chair yesterday and then you look under that chair tomorrow and it's there. So she can do things like that, but also she can do practical things by these kind of fairy whisperings and suggestions, and that can come through as your intuition as well. Like I said, oh, I'm sure I took my ring off when I was doing the washing up at the neighbour's house, or something very simple like this. Either way, the Lost and Found Fairy is flying in today to help us find something that we thought was lost that can and probably will be found. So the other card that came out is Stargazing, and certainly within the UK where I'm from, the weather is cooler and therefore the skies are certainly looking clearer. And that means that you can see the stars more clearly. And that means that the Stargazing Fairy wants us to know that we can just gaze at the stars, and our inspiration, very often the inspiration or insights will come through just this simple act of gazing at the stars. And it's also about giving yourself the time and space, forgive the pun, to experience looking at the stars, looking at the sky. Now, if the sky is cloudy and you can't see, that's fine, because there's a little thing called YouTube and you can actually go on there and look at space. You can look at the stars there. So there's no excuse really. Ideally, the best thing to do is to be out or look out of your window even, or just get outside, look up and feel that beautiful energy. And it really does help to put things into perspective as well, because we're tiny in the grand scheme of things. We're actually tiny. Now, yes, our spirits are infinitely big and could fill the universe, but as people inhabiting these human bodies, we're tiny in the grand scheme of things. And look how much trouble we're causing all over the world. It's beyond belief, isn't it, really? But anyway, I digress only slightly. But it helps us to put things into perspective, including ourselves and including the things that we think are our concerns and cares, our worries, our problems. When we gaze at the stars, it really does help to just put it all into perspective. So this is the message from the fairies today. We have the Lost and Found Fairy and we have the Stargazing Fairy, both beautiful fairies coming in to share their wonderful wisdom with us all today. I wish you so much love, light, joy and magical fairy blessings. Until the next time, take care.